Happy Sunday. Merry Christmas, everybody. It is Christmas morning here in Arizona. 5 a.m., 5:02 a.m. Oh, let's put on some Christmas-esque lo-fi act. So let's go see here. Where is it? We got the Christmas lo-fi in here somewhere, don't we? Hang on. It's not really Christmas, but it's Christmas-esque. Here we go. This is Harris Heller's Bobtails on the album Candy Shop from last December. Yeah. All right. We're here. Let's get day 25 opened up here. Ooh, I like that. Day 25 is one big one. Okay. Oh, I forgot to update my stream info and stuff. Hang on, I'm failing here. Or did I update it yesterday? I think I might have smarted myself. Nope, I didn't update it. Day 25. Usually I come and I update it. But Smab, good morning. Nice to see you. Code Mary Xmas. All right, updated that. That's okay though. All right, it's a beautiful morning. Gonna get some coding in. Just gotta get a workspace going here. These icons crack me up, man. All right, day 25.net. Oh. Oh, it's good to be alive, man. And it's good to be a coder. I love programming, man. Tell you what. It's one of my favorite things to do. I like to tell my students that programming makes me feel like a wizard. Writing spells, right? Magic spells. Ah, gotcha. That's interesting. So they're like, in some ways, kind of collectible. They're mostly the ones Switch give out for doing stuff. The holidays are the last few years. I feel like I need to write a script that does this for a new project. I normally don't make a new project every day, so I normally don't mind going up through and doing it. But I guess we're on day 25 and I never made one, so much for that, right? Okay. Give me just a second. I'll be back 30 seconds. And we're back. Not even 30 seconds. But yeah, Smab, happy Christmas. Today's puzzle is a puzzle I enjoy. I'm hoping to enjoy it too. Let's read it. Full of hot air. Yeah, there was a little bit of a spoiler in the shop. Someone pointed out that the shirt for this year had balloons. All the merch had balloons on it. I think I'm gonna buy myself Advent of Code mug. I drink coffee, so it'd be nice to have a little mug there for it. Okay. As the expedition finally reaches the extraction point, several large hot air balloons drift down to meet you. Crews quickly start unloading the equipment. The balloons brought mini hot air balloon kits, some fuel tanks, and a fuel heating machine. The fuel heating machine is a new addition to the process. When this mountain was a volcano, the ambient temperature was more reasonable. Now it's so cold that the fuel won't work at all without being warmed up first. The elves, seemingly in an attempt to make a new machine feel welcome, have already attached a pair of googly eyes and started calling it Bob. I want to generate that picture. Let's go to Dolly real quick. Get that loaded up. A propane tank with googly eyes attached. To heat the fuel, Bob needs to know the total amount of fuel that will be processed ahead of time so it can correctly calibrate heat output and flow rate. The amount is simply the sum of the fuel requirements of all the hot air balloons, and those fuel requirements are even listed clearly on the side of each hot air balloon. Let's authenticate real quick. Alright. We are going to look for propane tank with googly eyes surrounded by goofy elves, goofy Christmas elves, who look confused. Let's try digital art. All right, we'll let that run. Let's come back over here. You assume the elves will have no trouble adding up some numbers and are about to go back to figuring out which balloon is yours when you get a tap on the shoulder. Apparently, the fuel requirements use numbers written in a format the elves don't recognize. Predictably, they'd like your help deciphering them. Make a list of all of the fuel requirements, but you don't recognize the number format either. Here's an example. Turn the light on. Fortunately, Bob is labeled with a support phone number. Not to be deterred, you call and ask for help. That's right. Just supply the fuel amount to the... Oh, for more than one burner? No problem. You just need to add together our special numeral analog fuel units. Patent pending. They're way better than normal numbers for... You mentioned that it's quite cold here and ask if they can skip ahead. Okay, our special numeral analog fuel units, SNAP for short, are sort of like normal numbers. You know how starting on the right, normal numbers have a ones place, a tens place, a hundreds place, and so on, where the digit in each place tells you how many of the values you have. Snafu works the same way, except it uses powers of 5 instead of 10. All right, so we're in base 5. Starting from the right, you have a ones place, a fives place, a 25 place, a 125 place, and so on. It's that easy. You ask why some of the digits look like minuses or equals instead of digits. You know, I never did ask the engineers why they did that. Instead of using digits 4 through 0, the digits are 2, 1, 0, minus, and double minus. Minus is where -1, and double minus is where negative is double minus. And that's not an equal sign, it's a double minus. Subtract 2. So because 10 in normal numbers is 2 5s and no 1s, in Snafu it is written 20, since 8 in normal numbers is 2 5s minus 2 1s, it is written 2 minus minus. Oh boy, this is interesting. You can do it, so it's a little bit like Roman numerals. Right, so if you have a 5 preceded by a 1, it's like -1. A little bit. It's fascinating. I'm gonna have to write out how to count in this base system to be able to figure it out. I think I've never quite done anything like this. I've done base conversions with various weird bases. So there's this cool interview question where it was take an Excel column name A, AB, AA, you know, so you have letters, and convert that to the column index. So you have like base 26. But with no 0. So that's always interesting. Can do it in the other direction too. So you have a snafu number. 2's in the 6th place is minus. Okay. See there, you're connected via our premium uplink service, so I'll transmit our handy snafu brochure to you now. Did you need anything else? You ask if the fuel will even work in these temperatures. Wait, it's how cold? There's no way the fuel or any fuel would work in those conditions. There's only a few places in the where did you say you are again? Just then you notice one of the elves pour a few drops from a snowflake-shaped container into one of the fuel tanks. Thank the support representative for their time and disconnect the call. The snafu brochure contains a few more examples. Okay, so we got a lot of examples. Based on this process, the snafu numbers in the example book can be converted to decimal numbers as follows. Decimal with snafu to decimal. Okay. In the decimal, the sum of these is 4890. As you go through the numbers, you discover that some of the buttons you expected are actually labeled with the snafu digits. Bob needs the input value expressed as a snafu number, not decimal. All right, so we have to... So we're going to take these numbers, convert them to decimal, sum them up, and then convert them back to snafu numbers. Gee, Merry Christmas again. Absolutely. Happy to see you today. Hope you're well. We're this puzzle looks interesting and fun. Not too bad. Solver. Dota, happy Sunday, my friend. Merry Christmas. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, enjoyable breakfast. So we have to do a let's go with long just because of Santa, you know. We know it's gonna need a long, right? Let's double check if it's gonna need a long. I bet these are. Yeah, we'll probably need a long. Might even need a big int or something crazy. All right, we'll go with this example. Go with our input. Congratulations on your 50 stars, G. I'm hoping to get there as well. This is a public static long snafu to int string snafu. All right, so the digits are, this is so fascinating. Let's write a little thing here. Turn 0. Public static long snafu to ints. We'll take in a char ch. And this is a position, int position. So you have to have done number conversions before. So I do a number conversions with my students in the past for I make them write a program that takes in strings of binary, octal, and hexadecimal, converts it to decimal, and then you have to be able to go the other way as well. So snafu to int, return ch switch, and we're gonna say if we have a double equals, we have a double minus. I think that's so funny. There's so much humor here. I love it. 1 goes to 1, 2 goes to 2. And then we need to multiply by 5 to the power math dot pow 5 to the position as a long. I gotta do long on the other side. Is there an easy way to do powers rather than using math.pow? No worries about the snack jokes. Yeah, it's just one. I think that's the correct one. It's just it's like puts it into double land. But I think we should be okay. Don't tell me how to remove parentheses, computer. Alright, fine. I like the parentheses there. Yeah, we'll see if it's good enough. We'll see if it's good enough. All right, so we're gonna do for int position equals 0. Position is less than snafu dot length position plus plus. Long total starts at 0, and then char ch is equal to snafu at snafu.length -1 minus position total plus equals snafu to int ch and position, and then we will return total. Ambiguous call. That's a fake error, isn't it? That can't be a real error. Yeah. VS Code, figure it out. All right, so let's see if my these are the snafus to decimals. String rows equals file.read all lines. I'm gonna read in our example.txt and rows dot. We'll just print them out. Print them out like this. Yeah. For each string r in rows, right line. Let's do snafu tab decimal, and then we'll do console.writeLine r tab snafu what I call solver.snafu to int r. Okay. Abhire 99. Welcome aboard. Happy to have you here. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for that. We are doing the Advent of Code day 25. We're trying to get our 50 stars. We're trying to save Christmas. And we got this fun little puzzle today. Let me know if I'm pronouncing your username properly. Abhire is how I think I would pronounce it at a glance. All right, so we have our snafu to decimal working. Now we got to go the other way, which I think is a little tricky because we got these minuses in it, but we gotta go the other way. Q, Merry Christmas. One double minus 1 1 minus 2. It's nice to see you again, Q. Happy Sunday. Merry Christmas. All right, so then we got the other way. We got some people over on YouTube. This old stoner says, Merry Christmas, Captain. Merry Christmas to you too. Happy Sunday. And Don Quixote. Is it Don Quixote or Don Quixote? Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Always love to have some people here sharing this wonderful coding experience with me. Public static string int to snafu, and so we're gonna have a digit and a position. So it's gonna be char digit int position. So the position is interesting here. Let me think about, because I need to sort of figure out how to count in this language, right? So 0 goes to 0. So we'll put 1. So this will be snafu, and this will be decimal. So far, so good, right? 1. All right, so the question is, now I want to do 2. All right, so how do I represent the number 2? We have 2 digits here, so it's going to be 1, I think, which would be... So if I did 10, this would be 5. 5 minus 3. Ooh, this is so interesting. We have to 0 minus... Oh, they have a list for me in the text. Thank you. 1 minus 2. Oh, there's a 2. All right, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Don Quixote asks, I just started learning C# for the web. What's a good source you would recommend? So let me ask you, Don, first, how much do you know coding in general? Have you done any programming before? Have you done any programming before? Because if you're not familiar with C# to begin with, I always recommend, let's go to my big face. This is not specifically for the web, but the C# Player's Guide. I think this is the best Learn C# book for beginners. So if you've never programmed before, this is an awesome resource. And if you have programmed before, you'll breeze through the first 14 chapters, and then it gets into specifics of object-oriented programming. So the first part is just like basics of programming. The second part is object-oriented programming. And then the third part is C# specific. So if you haven't done any C# at all, I always recommend this book. This book is so good. If you already know C# pretty well, then there's some ASP.NET and Blazor stuff that is worth getting, that I think there's some good reasons. Wrong button. Here we go. We're back. Okay, so going to 3 makes more sense here. So 3 is 1. So this is 5 minus 2 is 3. So what's interesting here is I have to, and then we got 5 minus 1 is 4, and then 5 minus 0 is 5. Okay. So my conversions need to like mod. Yeah, thing about this is a little bit trickier than I kind of anticipated. I need to take out the 5, so I got to do like a mod 5. Okay, so I don't know if I can do... The digits here were easier. I can't quite... do that with snafu numbers, so then I'd have to sort of add the snafu numbers together. All right, so we're gonna do a long value. Yeah. So the other way is a little trickier because you have to like mod by 5 and then figure out yeah, there's like, we have to, all right, so we're gonna mod by 5. Here we go. I think so. You take int digit equals value mod 5. So we have 5 digits we can do. This need to be a long. So we get a digit, and then value equals value divided by 5. So then we need to like add that digit in. If we are a 4, I think if we're a 3, we get this symbol. And then we have to add 5. You'd go the other way first to understand. Oh, so you're suggesting starting at the left at the big and go across. Oh, you're suggesting I parse my input? I don't. Oh, I've already solved the first part. I need to go, yeah, so I just need to go from decimal to snafu. I already have snafu to decimal. That's already written. So snafu to int was really easy. Now I gotta go int to snafu, which essentially I think is pretty similar. Yeah. How many days? I don't quite understand your question, Don Quixote. Don Quixote asks, how many days will planned our meetup? I don't know. I don't understand the question. Could you try asking again? I don't quite get it. Let's see here. Int to snafu. Mod 5. So if so the digit we're gonna add here, so char ch, yeah, so I need to char ch equals digit switch yeah, if you're writing a interpreter, Dota, I think you're writing an interpreter, right? There's a lot of parsing involved, so building out your abstract syntax tree, it's a big part of it. So if we have a 0, we just go to 0. 1, we just go to 1. 2, we go to 2. 3, I believe 3 is going to be double equals, and 4 is going to be single equals. But then we have to like add in 2. So if this is, I think because we subtract 2 from the number when we get this, so I need to add the 2 back in and add the 1 back in to my value here. So then it's like long add back is that right? All right, so if I subtract, I'm close here. If I am, all right, let's look at a big number. 15, big number, 15. Yeah, so 15 should be 0. All right, so if I do 15, we get a 0. And then we have 15 divided by 5. And then we have 3. And 3 I need to get back. I'm saying 3 will go to an equal sign, yeah. And then I need to add 5. What do I need to add to get this 1 back in here? Goes to equal and I need to add 2. Yeah, so I'm right. I'm right here. So long diff is Christy. Happy happy Sunday. Merry Christmas to you, Christy. So glad to see you. I got my coffee today. So we got that coffee injection. Most of the parsing I have been doing, the most parsing I've done has been using parser combinators. But I've used Yak. So when I took a compilers course in undergrad, I think, is either undergrad or grad school, we did it in Java, and so we used Yak to build up our parser. Yeah, Christy, coffee, get me all wired so I can write code faster. Get that typing in. Okay, so this is gonna be on a 3. Here, I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be char int diff. I'm pretty sure for these ones it's 0, but that feels weird to me. This one should be 2. And this one should be 1. So we divide by 5. And we add in our diff. That's what I think we do. And then we loop while while value is greater than 0. We do this. And then we have a string builder, string builder. For a long time, coffee used to make me sick. I had a bad experience with coffee when I was in undergrad, and in the last couple years though, I've always loved the like flavor of dark coffee. Let's see here. sb.toString. If value, this is interesting. I kind of wish I'd written this recursively, equals 0, return 0. So when I was younger, I used to drink coffee, and then I was a music major in college, undergrad. I played trombone as a music major, and there was a performance I needed to do, and I drank some coffee, and it gave me like really, really bad jitters. Maybe it was espresso, I can't remember. And then I couldn't play during the performance. You have to buzz your lips, vibrate your lips to play trombone, and like I couldn't get my lips to do because I had these really bad jitters. It was horrible. And so coffee for a long time, just like the smell of it kind of made me sick. Great question, Dodo, great question. I started programming when I was 7. So I've been programmer long before I started playing music. Not long. I think I started playing music in 4th grade. Started playing trombone in 4th grade. So started programming about 3 years before I started playing music. And then I always wanted to be a music teacher. And so I went to school to be a music teacher. But during school, I started doing freelance stuff. But does one help the other? I think from just like a problem solving creativity aspect, I think they totally help. I think they're totally related from a creativity standpoint. Programming is far more creative than I think people give it credit for. FB dot. I don't want to append. Well, we'll append it like this, and then we'll reverse. All right, we're gonna do this. List of char digits. We'll be lazy. Add in ch, and then we'll reverse this here. Digits dot reverse. And then we will do digits dot string. All right, and then we just join it. String dot join. I make music. So last year, so I've been doing CGP Grey on YouTube, and does podcast, has this idea of like New Year's resolutions are terrible, but instead have a year of. And so last year, not this year, but a year, essentially 2 years ago, I did the year of creativity, and I got super into music. 2 summers ago, I decided I got super into it, and I composed a bunch of music. So these are all songs that I wrote last 2 summers ago, which was really fun to get into. Not amazing, but fun. They were fun. I used them in some games and game jams I did. It was really cool. All right. I suspect this isn't quite right. I feel like the fact that these do 0 is weird to me, but maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. I feel like something's not quite right here. Well, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot just to see. Yeah, so snafu. Yeah, absolutely. So all of these, if you go to these, here, let me pause my music. We'll listen to some of these while I finish here. These are all Creative Commons 4.0. So these are all Creative Commons 4.0 compositions. And that basically means that you can use it for anything you want as long as you give me credit. You can make derivations. You're not allowed to sell it. So you can't use the original and sell it for profit. But if you make a derivation, you can like use it in a remix. But yeah. So here, which ones do I really like? Let's do the overworld theme. So it's like RPG overworld. That was what I was going for. So like Final Fantasy overworld is what I was playing in my head when I did this one. Int long decimal equals solver or D. We'll do that. And then we'll go backwards just to see. We'll do one more column. And this should be string back equals solver dot int to snafu. Back to snafu. Oh yeah, feel that build up. Here goes. Here comes that loop. All that tension building. Goes back to the loop. All right. So that one was based on like Final Fantasy's overworld music. Let's see. I don't really like this one. This Relaxed Village I like though. This one is like, I've used this as like an underwater, like an ice temple theme as well. So I think this one feels, the idea was like a village out in the middle of a, what would you call it? Like a green field. All right, so I'm clearly wrong here. I'm close. But something's not quite right. All right, Dota, have a beautiful day. Yeah, I'm pretty sure with these ones here, I need to do something. I kind of want to make this do 1 digit at a time. so I can see what's going on here. So I'm going to add in a little pause. All right, so I don't want to reverse it yet here. At the very, very end, I want to reverse the whole thing and do it. Yeah, so let's add in a little debugger here. Little debug statements so I can see what's going on. Value, digit, all right. Console.WriteLine we had. Take care, my friends. Enjoy it. Enjoy this beautiful day. We're gonna go back to some lo-fi Christmas themed music here. All right. Yeah, for sure. Use them as much as you want, as little as you want. No pressure. But it was fun. I did them all last 2 summers ago. So it was like I would write a song every like day or two. So these are all just like sort of, yeah, it was fun. It was super fun. Let's see here. We're gonna right line our value like that. What else do we got? And then we're gonna extract a digit. All right, so the rightmost digit. And then we'll say CH. And then diff. And then we'll do a console.readLine. Read line. Yeah, Christy, thank you for the compliment. It's always nice. It's always nice to hear that. Let's see what is going on here. Yeah, so remaining. Okay. So we want to, which one of these were we having trouble with? 11 was right, 31 was right, 32. 353 is wrong. So let's take a look at that one. So we'll do solver dot int to snafu like that. And I want to display what we have so far. All right, so what we have so far will be digits dot reverse dot I want to do this one, reverse care dot join console dot write line thus far string dot join. Okay, and so now we're gonna look at this just to see where we're going wrong. All right, so 353. Remaining 72, is that right? So if I remove, how do I even start to debug this? I'm trying to do 353, so I should get 1 in the next position, so I have like an off by 1 here. So I added in, so I took My diff was 2, so I added 2 back in and got 72. Which isn't right. It's a little cryptic. We're doing this interesting base conversion with so we have a number system that that has negative digits that are negative, and it's fascinating. It's fascinating. We got digits that are negative here. So adding 2 back in wasn't the right thing to do. Adding 2 wasn't the right thing to do. So so I have a problem here with 72. So what should 72 be? Right? So the idea is, what should 72? Oh, that's interesting. Check it out. 72, actually, I get the right digit. Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. I'm so close. 3. Christy, it's super fun. Do you program, Christy? The puzzles are cool. Oh, I have this backwards. I have this backwards. I think that's what it was. Ah. All right, let's try this. There we go. Oh, maybe. It looked wrong at the end there for a second. Programming 2 to 3 lines to make something work. Look, man, sometimes a little bit of programming can really help you out. I think, one of the reasons I'm a programmer, one of the reasons I'm a teacher, is I think that programming can I broke it. Now it's worse. Oh, I was closer before I did that. What? Okay, so hang on. Let me... If I have a 4... If I have a 4... Here's a good one. 3 is wrong. 3 is wrong. So I should be able to debug that. All right. So if I have... Nothing wrong with being self-taught either. One of the reasons I'm I let myself get distracted. One of the reasons I'm a teacher is because I think everyone should know how to program a little bit, because it can make your life so much easier. It really can. So when I do this, I should get a 3 back. And then if I do my value divided by 5... Interesting. 3. Do I need to add in... Ooh, that's interesting. Almost like I need to add in... Yeah, I'm looking at this row, so it should be 3. So this is what I'm saying. I have an easy example here of something that's broken, something that doesn't work. Yeah. So my brain, I kind of need to write it down. I need to write it down. So if we have 3 here, we can add in. When I divide by 5, it brings it down to 0, and then I add 2 back in. When really I want to... Do I need to add 5 back in? That feels weird. I need to add in... five and get, because I'm subtracting. The idea here is when I put in this equal sign, I'm subtracting 2. This is equivalent to subtracting 2. That's why I've decided to add 2 back in. But then when I come here, because it should be 5, 1 should be 5 minus 2. Oh, I'm so close. I'm so close. I don't want to add 5 in. What is? Oh, my brain here just hit it. I'm boozling myself, getting myself bamboozled here. Yeah, trying to stay sassy. And then there's minus 2. So I add 5 in. Three is 1 equals, so for 3 you need to add 5, then there's minus 2 left. So I add 5 in, but then I subtract. Oh, okay. So this would be negative 2, negative 1, 2, 1, 0. So I have all of these. So I need to add 5. Is that it? No. Let me... Alright, when I was looking at this... If you're doing dynamic convert, 3 is 1 plus convert minus 2. We're close. We're close. We need to take... Do I need to add... I gotta do it by hand here. Real quick. I'm doing it on a piece of paper over on the side to think through this. 1. So if I have a 3, all right, so we'll do 3. And I know that this is gonna be converted to a number that has -2 plus 5. So I get back an equals, and then the remaining amount, what's almost like, I can't just, do I need to add in my diff here? Yeah, I was just adding my diff. I had the right idea. I was just putting it in after I did the division. There we go. All right, all right. So before I divide, I got to put it in and then do the division. Okay. So I had it right. I had the idea right. Okay. I was like, this doesn't make sense. Well, I did it on paper. I was going like, well, no, this is right. Okay. All right. Everyone point and laugh at me. And let's long sum is 0, and then sum plus equals d, and then at the very end we want to do console dot write line sum goes to solver dot int to snafu sum. Implement a binary search? I'm not quite sure how you would do that. So it should be 2 equals -1 0. Okay. Oh, just guess the output. Okay. That's a hilarious solution. That's what I did for, there was another day I did that, where linear search is gonna be a tough one. So here we go. It's telling me I need to add in some more tabs to get these to line up nicely. Or I could use an F string. Let's try 3 tabs. Too many still, but here we go. Let's give this a try. I've done enough conversions that this wasn't too crazy bad. 1 gold star. Part 2. The hot air balloons quickly carry you to the North Pole. As soon as you land, most of the expedition is escorted directly to a small building attached to the reindeer stables. The head smoothie chief has just finished warming up the industrial-grade smoothie blender as you arrive. It will take 50 stars to start the blender, to fill the blender. The expedition elves turn their attention to you and you begin emptying the fruit from your pack onto the table. As you do, a very young elf, one you recognize from the expedition team, approaches the table and holds up a single star fruit he found. The head smoothie chief places it in the blender, only 49 stars to go. You have enough stars to start the blender. You make a smoothie with all 50 stars and deliver it to the reindeer. The sleigh is already warmed up by the time they finish eating. Congratulations! You've finished every puzzle in Advent of Code 2022. I hope you had as much fun solving them as I had making them for you. I'd love to hear about your adventure. You can get in touch with me via contact info on my website or through Twitter. If you'd like to see more things like this in the future, please consider supporting Advent of Code. I'm going to buy myself a mug. All right. Beautiful. That was so much fun. I can't believe I managed to do all 25 days, all 49 puzzles. That was so fun. No prizes, just the warm fill in your heart. Let's check out Smab's solution. Thank you, everyone. I did actually get, I did see, if I go to Reddit, because I got some messages here. One second. I'm gonna do this on my other page here. I did get a message saying that I got, I think, third place in the Advent of Code mistletoe elfication thread. Yeah. Let's see, where did that thread go? Let me get this link here. Yeah. So I did over here merge this back in. So the elfication, you can submit stuff. My tutorials. So there's teachers and professors, and there was a tie for professors, but I managed to tie, I think, for third place, second or third place, with my beginner's guide to Advent of Code. So that was super heartwarming to wake up to. So that was nice. Let's take a look here at SMAB's solution. SMAB, I figured out why they do a default indentation of 8 as well. The default indentation of 8 is because that's what Linus Torvalds uses. I saw a quote by Linus Torvalds that basically, I wish I could say it, but it was if you need more than 3 levels of indentation, your code is you're already screwed. You need to fix your code. And so he says that you should use 8 wide so that you can see how horrible your code is, which I thought was just hilarious. All right, here we go. Let's take a look here. Very similar to what I did here. -2 divide by base. Is this like what I did? Oh, you made a 2-string on a snafu number. I like that. That's great. That's a smart way to do it. I like it. A long number value. This is interesting. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. I like it. Very nice. Very nice. -1, -2. I like it. We have the constants up here for that somewhere. Or down here. There they are. -1, -2, base 5. Oh, a really cool base 5 number. Base 5 number that has digits, some digits that are negative. That's really fun. All right. And then we have from base. Cool. I like this. That's so cool. That's so cool that you did the from base there. So you can go from any type you want. Your solutions are always so nice and concise. This, like, I always feel like yours. Ooh, that's true, Q. I didn't even think about that. You don't need. That's a fascinating thought. Is that there are no signed values. This does look like code that would be part of a library, like professional. If you added some comments in here and be part of a professional, I think this would be like production ready. Beautiful, beautiful solution. I love it. I love it. Nice work. Okay. That was fun. Oh, let me commit. Chore complete day 25. I cannot believe I managed to do every puzzle in here. It's my first year doing Advent of Code. I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud of myself for sticking to it. I didn't think I was going to do all of them. I thought I would do like the first 2 weeks and then be done, because then I went on vacation. I was doing them for my students. So I'm super happy with myself. Let's go look at that final picture. Look at that beautiful picture. Old habits die hard for sure. And so satisfying. So satisfying. If I really want to be good, I need to go back and make videos for, 15 through 25. Oh, look at those little balloons. Oh, that's so cool. What a fun thing. This makes me want to make my own, not an advent code, but my own, like, Captain Coder's, month of puzzles or something like that. This is so cool. Awesome. That was so much fun. Only a couple days of major pain and frustration. Only a couple days. But for the most part, really enjoyable experience. And you nice people keeping me... No, at least not in bed while having lava. I love that the lava slowly poured out here. What does it look like if I come back in a private browser session? That's cool. That people get to experience it again. If you haven't seen the whole picture, it still unlocks for you. That's awesome. It must have been so fun to make these too. That's the other thing, writing the puzzles. Oh, now all the Easter eggs are highlighted for me? Is that... Oh, cool. The elves take turn writing down the number of calories contained by the various meals, snacks, rations, etc. By etc, you're pretty sure they just mean more snacks. Yeah, this is so cool. This is so cool. You can watch this path up here. We fell off the bridge, we came up over here, we came out here, and then we trekked our way to the grove. Let's go to day 2's Easter egg. Rock, paper, scissors. The second column, you reason. Why do you keep guessing? So we're doing rock, paper, scissors on this one. We had inputs A, B, C in the left column, Y, X, Z in the second column. We just assumed that was the thing that we should pick. That's funny. Day 3. Let's go check them all out. One elf has an important job of loading all of the rucksacks with supplies for the jungle journey. Where there's jungle, there's hijinks. Day 4. Campsite climb. It's kind of cool to go back. There's been so many of these that you don't always remember all of them. And so it's cool to go back. Instead, the elves would like to know the number of pairs that overlap at all. If you like this, you'll love axis-aligned bounding box intersection testing. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I remember in this puzzle, in my video, I talked about how, we're going to just use, rectangles. You can think of a rectangle that's long and thin and see if they overlap, see if they have intersections. Cool. Let's go to day 5. The supply stack. I remember people not liking the parsing on this one. I didn't think it was that bad. Where's the Crate Mover 9001? It's way better than the old Crate Mover 1006. Yeah, you could Q. That takes the fun away, right? As if inspired by comedic timing, the device emits a few colorful sparks. The magic smoke, on the other hand, seems to be contained for now. Cool. Oh yeah, I went and generated some propane tanks with googly eyes. Here's my rendering of Bob. Bob. Oh, that's cool, Sman. Geek. Look at day 7. Oh, this one was a fun day too. There was a the I actually think the puzzles at the beginning were the best. Those were the best puzzles. Error 99, programmer is overly polite. This is hilarious. Oh, this is a oh oh this is an error message from Intercal. Intercal is a esoteric programming language where you get error messages that are like program was not polite enough. So every command in the language can start with a please, and at the end of your program you have to say please give up. If you don't put enough pleases in there, you'll have a compiler error that says the program is not polite enough. And if you have too many pleases, it says program is too polite. So that is hilarious. What a fun little Easter egg there. That's like a double Easter egg. This was like the original, the programming language called brain fucked, essentially. And this is the original esoteric programming language. The elves have already launched a quadcopter. That's good. Day 9. Due to the aforementioned Planck length, I'm an engineer, not a physicist. Day 10. Oh, the cathode ray tube. I loved this one too. This one was super fun. Yep, the reverse go-to is come from. Careful timing. Well, you are at it. Go watch Everything Else by Retro Game Mechanics Explained 2. These are fun. This puzzle, I almost cheated on this puzzle. I ended up talking my way through it and I ended up not cheating, but I almost cheated on this one. I'm glad I didn't. With these new rules, you can still figure out the monkey business. Monkey business, monkey business, monkey business, monkey numbers. Is it working? Let's keep looking. Our handheld device. When you look up the specs for your handheld device, every field says plot. This one was cool in that I got to do a nice tutorial video on breadth first search, like a very simple 2-dimensional breadth first search video. I was really happy with how it came out too. Distress signal. This one I also did a tutorial video on building a recursive descent parser, which came out really nice too. This one I struggled with on stream. I tried to be overly clever and shot myself in the foot. The snailfish called. They want their distress signals back. Snailfish, that's a reference to like previous years that I don't quite get, but yeah. So that one feels like it's an inside joke there that I don't quite get. But from what I understand, previous years there's some tough problems with snailfish. Yeah. I should go do it. 14. You realize you misread the scan. There isn't an endless void at the bottom. Endless void is my C cover band. This one was really fun too. I actually wrote a visualizer for this one. Day 14. CD day 14 is a bunch visual. So this one, let's see. Yeah, this one was so cool. This one was so fun. I wrote this little animation for it. I'm gonna have to go back and do some of last year's puzzles. Some of my students really liked this one. I wish we had managed to get here with all of my students. Most of my students didn't make it to day 14. A lot of them made it to day 9. Look at that, that's cool. But yeah, writing simulations is fun. It's about to crash. When it goes off the screen at the bottom there. Crash! Alright. 50 stars on Christmas. It's a lot of work to go through all of them, especially if, so, you know, the later ones you're spending, you know, 2 hours at least on some of them. I think the worst one, I think I spent 4 or 5 hours on day 19. Day 19 was tough, man. I had like the general premise, but figuring out how to prune it was hard. You know, work out. When you have eliminated all, which is impossible, that one, then whatever remains, however improbable, must be where the missing beacon is. Three-dimensional diamonds. Oh god, the three-dimensional puzzle, the box puzzle, was so cool, but really stretched my brain thinking-wise. Wait, sir, that valve, the valve, sir, it must be jammed. These are some good references. Might be crushed. I am the man who arranges the block slash that ascends upon me from above. Day 15, I have my solution's like 30 seconds. Oh, day 15. My solution is fast enough for day 15. I didn't do any additional optimizations. But you can do a quad. I think the fast version is to implement a quad tree for this one. And then there's like the tricky solution where you do linear. You look for the intersection of lines, based that some people did. But if you want like a generalized solution, say you could have more than one hole, you would want to implement a quad tree, which would work really, really well. I'm like 90% sure you could implement a quad tree. Cubes on a 3D grid. Unfortunately, you forgot your flint and steel in another dimension. I'm assuming that's a reference to a previous puzzle as well. My solution runs in like under a couple seconds for day 15, which was I essentially just build up ranges from left to right that know how to find the boundaries, and that worked really, really well. I actually, and if you go back and watch the stream, I didn't think it was going to work, but it ended up working fine. If you give a mouse an ore collecting robot, that's a good one. I like that joke. Day 19 was not fun for me. Probe positioning system. The GPS, I like that. That's funny. Maybe you can do once again, make a mental note, remind elves layer not to emit their own cryptographic functions. Oh, this puzzle drove me up a wall. Oh, I implemented this in such a weird way initially, and I didn't read the instructions well enough to understand. So I just assumed it was like a cyclical data structure, and if you went off the left, so if I moved the 2 to the left, it would just go to that first position, but it didn't. So like the wrapping rules really messed with my brain on this one. Yeah, this one, oh, this one killed me. Grace positioning system, that's funny. I need to get Elden Ring. I've been wanting to play that game for a while now. I love the Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. I couldn't get into Bloodborne. I couldn't get into it. Demon Souls I liked too for the PS2. For whatever reason, I couldn't get into Bloodborne, but Elden Ring looks cool. Considerably more monkeys. Avenue Code 2022 now with considerably more monkeys. That's funny. This is so fun. Or anti-clockwise if you're anti-counterclockwise. That's a funny quote. Unstable diffusion. This one wasn't too bad. I would have preferred a maybe a more interesting cellular automaton, but it wasn't too bad. Arbitrary rectangles in my Pete Mondrian cover band. You're in the anti-clockwise camp, Smab. I think anyway. Do I look like a theoretical blizzardist? The conservation of blizzard energy. This one, my solution was fine but slow, and then I ended up memoizing it, and it got it boom blazing fast. Yeah. And what is our? Do we have one here? The hot air balloons. You notice an engraving on the equipment. Balanced Quinary Industries, BQI. Balance. I'm assuming that's another inside joke. What's interesting, thinking clockwise and counterclockwise. So I worked at a K through 12 school, an all ages school, for 2 years, and it was so interesting because we just have digital clocks now. At least at that school, I don't think they taught how to read time on a traditional clock. So the idea of clockwise and counterclockwise is not particularly intuitive to young people these days, like really young people, which is just like a fascinating thought to me. Oh, this was fun. This was fun. Thank you everyone so much for hanging out. Merry Christmas. And Happy New Year. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow morning, but my wake up in code has not changed at all. I'll be back tomorrow and Tuesday, and then Wednesday I'm on vacation, so I'm going out of town. Oh no, I'm going out of town starting Thursday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I'll be here. Same time, same bat time, same bat place. 5 a.m. ish Arizona time, whatever time that happens to be for you, but I'll be here. I don't know if I'll be in the afternoon today. Probably not in the afternoon today. I'm going hiking with my partner. We're going up to the Mount Lemon, the two of us. She's super into hiking. I'm super into hiking. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna bring our dog. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, feel free if anyone would like to. There's a little link in on Twitch. Join the Discord, Captain Coders Academy. Keep in touch. I'm trying to use my stand-up. Formal Goose got me using my stand-up section here. I'm gonna try and keep myself working every day, coding every day. That's the only way to get better at code. Code every day, learn something new, do what you have to keep on growing, keep on coding, and of course, you're welcome back anytime. Thank you all for hanging out. Have a beautiful holiday, and can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.